Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress, a ride that was Walt's idea from beginning to end. It first opened at the New York City World's Fair in 1964, after which getting shipped off to Disneyland for a couple years before the fools over there gave it up to Magic Kingdom, where it's been ever since. Now I say they're fools because Carousel of Progress is goated. It is one of the best rides Disney has. And yes, I'm saying it's a ride because it moves. You move in your seat. It is not a show. The actual ride vehicle moves. It's a ride. And it's literally called Carousel. Carousel is a ride. So checkmate, old sport. Anyways, as you probably could tell, most people don't agree with me, as evident by the permanently written on 5-minute wait time this ride always has, and the fact that the theater is always at best half full. So for all you Carousel of Progress haters here tonight in attendance, thank you for coming, we appreciate it. You guys all probably already know why this is, but I'll try and explain it as best I can. For one, it's old. It's a dinosaur. I mean, it opened up in 1964 at the World's Fair. This thing's been around for ages. It has quickly become surpassed by newer attractions. That just is what it is. However, I don't think this is necessarily the nail in the coffin that it usually is at most parks for rides, because Magic Kingdom has so many old rides. I mean, it's basically a museum, so that shouldn't really hinder Carousel of Progress attendance or popularity. I mean, some of the rides that have the longest wait times and have proven to be the most popular at Magic Kingdom are some of the oldest. Another thing that probably hurts its popularity is the fact that it's kind of tucked away in the back corner of Tomorrowland and has one of the most unassuming facades of any ride at any theme park. I mean, seriously, the colors don't stand out. The sign is relatively small, and there's nothing else going on with this building that makes you think there's anything exciting or grand inside. I mean, I won't even lie, maybe I'm stupid for this. As a kid, when I saw that sign, no joke, I thought that it was like a museum. I thought it was like, oh, let's walk through the history of flat rides. Seriously, that's what I thought it was. I did not know there was a ride in there. Did not know. So for many people who have never been on the ride before and are unfamiliar with it, they're going to walk by it, see there's next to nobody in line, and I'm going to think, okay, that's not something we have to worry about. There's so many rides and attractions we have to do at the park today. We're not even going to worry about whatever that is. And then the straw that really breaks the camel's back is that for people who are familiar with the attraction, they know this is 21 minutes long. At a park that is as sweaty as Magic Kingdom, that has so much to do, that has lines out the wazoo, you cannot be wasting 21 minutes on Carousel of Progress. At least most people cannot afford to do that. So what you're left with is a ride that is particularly pretty unpopular. And it's a shame because, like I said before, this thing is amazing. And why do I say this? Well, for one, obviously, you have a great theme park ride song. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. I mean, come on. It's obviously a massive plus if you have an original song in general, but the fact that this song is just so catchy and so much fun, it's gotta be the best theme park ride song ever created. I know, that's crazy to say, there's a lot of them, but I mean, you talk about like It's a Small World, blow my brains out. Journey to Imagination, pretty good one, but this is the best. It's not even close for me, it's the best. But that's very surface level. This ride is doing something very special under the skin that there are very few rides left in existence that do it nowadays. What do rides set out to do? Well, pretty much all of them have the goal of entertaining the audience, right? Some succeed at this, some fail at it, but most of them have this as their one and only goal and objective. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, that's what you're paying for when you go to the theme park. You want to have a good time. You want to walk away happy, excited, and thrilled. And rides that put all their effort into entertaining you are helping to achieve that. But in the case of Carousel of Progress, that is not its only goal. It has other aspirations. For one, it looks to educate the audience by informing us about how people used to live in the early parts of the 20th century, as well as the inventions and innovations that happened in those early decades that got us to where we are today. And jumping off of that, there's a third goal that Carousel of Progress aims to achieve with its audience, and that's to be inspirational. It wants you to walk away thinking, hey, I can do anything because look at all of the achievements that humankind has made over the decades that brought us to where we are today. Look at how they used to live, and they used to think, oh man, it can't get better than this. This is amazing. And then all of a sudden, just a short time period later, their lives completely changed. Just because a few people had some great ideas. It doesn't get more inspiring than that. So as a result of all of this, Carousel of Progress has what I like to call the holy trinity of ride fulfillment: entertaining, educational, and inspirational. These are the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little girl. But Walt Disney accidentally added an extra ingredient to the concoction: original song. Thus, Carousel of Progress was born. And let's think about this. How many rides have this holy trinity? You might think, oh, maybe it's not that special what Carousel of Progress is doing. Take a look at it. Epcot, you got Spaceship Earth that does this. You got Journey into Imagination that does this. You got Living with the Land that does this. Animal Kingdom, you got Kilimanjaro Safari that you could probably throw in this category. But that's it. And Hollywood Studios, at the moment, doesn't have a single ride that hits all three of these points. And I know what you're saying. You're like, oh, Universal fanboy. He's going to go ahead and list every single ride at Universal and say they all do it. No. There's not a single ride at Universal that does this. Not a single one. And that is something that Disney does that they can go ahead and proudly say, we have rides that hit on the holy trinity of ride fulfillment. These are rides that do something more than just say, hey, I'm happy after it. Yay. No, these are rides that actually motivate you to be a better person, that actually increase your knowledge, that make you a better person after you walk away from the park. Like, how great is that? And I can't say that Universal has any rides like this at the moment. Now, they maybe had some in the past. I mean, Disaster kind of comes to mind. That's arguable as to whether or not that was actually inspirational. I guess if you were into movies, it's inspirational. But if you look at other defunct rides at Disney, the Great Movie Ride would have fit into this category. Hollywood Studios has no rides like this anymore. Great Movie Ride was absolutely a tentpole in this category. And you look at Epcot, sure, Epcot has 3 of these rides that I identified, but they used to be a park full of these. Almost every single ride was not only looking to entertain, but it was also looking to educate and inspire. Every single ride. But now those rides have either been replaced, closed, or rethemed to no longer do those things. These rides that don't stand to just entertain and aim to do something more are a dying breed. They are going away. Now, I don't think that every ride should aim to be a fulfilling experience, right? I mean, when you go to a theme park, you're looking to be entertained. So majority of the rides should aim to entertain you. It's very simple. But I do think it is very good to have rides that do a little something more, that shake things up, that aim to have you walk away with something actually meaningful. That's something special. And I think when you talk about Disney magic, that is something that has to absolutely contribute to that. The fact that there are rides that actually do more than just make you happy. They actually go ahead and they try to make a change in your life. I mean, that's kind of crazy. I know that's maybe a stretch of a thing to say, but seriously, they're actually trying to say something. They have something to say, and they're trying to make you a better person at the end of the day. I mean, really, that is something that only Disney rides are capable of doing at the moment. So quite frankly, I think us as the theme park community should be a little more appreciative of rides like these. I understand we all have our gripes with a lot of these rides for different reasons, but they're a rarity, and new rides simply are not doing what these rides have done. They're not doing it. I can tell you right now, whenever I visit Magic Kingdom, I force whatever group I am with to ride Carousel of Progress, regardless of what their feelings towards it are. I literally force them to do it. And trust me, no matter the group, the same thing happens every time. People moan and groan and are like, why are we wasting our time with this thing? It's old, it takes up a lot of time, we have so many things to do, we can't be doing this. But then as soon as we sit down in that theater and we watch the show, everyone walks off a happier person. Every single time. Why? Because they were surprised by it. Regardless if they've ever in it before, they're surprised by it every single time because they forget just how different it is from other rides in the park, right? It's not a traditionally great ride because it doesn't do a whole lot of entertaining, but it hits on all these other points that other rides just simply aren't doing. And listen, enjoy it while you can, because the way that things are going at Disney, who knows, there may come a time when there aren't any rides that have that fulfilling effect. And if you're Disney watching this, which I know you're probably not, build some more of these. Like I said, not every ride has to be them. In fact, it actually probably be a bad thing if every ride was like this. But you only have a handful. Might not build some more. And hey, Universal, you're probably not watching this, but if you are, why don't you build a few of these rides? All right, it's great when you can be entertained. I love Velocicoaster, best ride ever. Love ya. But it'd be nice to have some rides that kind of change the pace up a little bit, right? It had a little more to say. That'd be nice. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think that Carousel of Progress is a good ride? Do you agree with what I had to say about the holy trinity of ride fulfillment? Do you think that that's actually important? Or do you think that theme parks should just stick to doing the entertaining rides and shouldn't worry about doing any of this other stuff? Let me know what you guys think in the comments, because maybe I'm completely off base here. Let me know. Love to hear what you have to say. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.